There's always something going on in the royal household, and this week has been no different. Every Saturday I love to give you a rundown. Who better to do so than royal biographer Angela Levin. Angela.
Hello.
You look so bright.
Well, it's been so dark and grey that it cheers me up.
That's one very bright red you've got on, but it looks good.
Thank you.
So talk to me about the royals then, because I was imagining that nearer Christmas this gets a bit quieter for them, but not so.
Not yet. Not yet. Once that's over Christmas, then it gets quieter. But what's interesting is Sandringham. They're all off to Sandringham, but it's going to be different, subtly different from when the Queen was there. One, I'm sure these girls are going to be very, very pleased. They don't have to change 7 times on Christmas Day. They can wear their dresses all the time. Camilla doesn't expect that to happen. She's very much sort of used to dinner parties. And she's bringing this year her children and her 5 grandchildren and her sister, who lost her husband a year or so ago. And it's going to be much more informal. They don't have to... they can play cards and games and all that sort of thing. So I think it's going to be a much more relaxed... And particularly that Harry and Meghan aren't coming.
Oh,
I think it would have been very stressful for everyone. They've gone to Costa Rica with their children, so they will have nice warm weather, have a lovely relaxing time, but they won't actually have to disturb the royal family where they are.
So are they all going then to Sandringham? Who's on the invite list?
Yes, well, it'll be, you know, the William and Catherine and the 3 children go, and it will be... well, all the children and the grandchildren will come along. It's what some people have felt a bit angry is that they'll have to give up their rooms for Camilla's children and grandchildren, staff mainly. But actually, I think it's big enough and it'll be fine. And they'll all go to church. They swap presents in the evening, and what I don't know is whether the Queen liked everyone to give each other silly things because she didn't want people spending vast amounts of money. But now they can spend anything they like, I think. So I don't think they will, though, because it's, you know, they've got most things that they want. And they have that on Christmas Eve, and then they go to church in the morning. Now, Andrew is coming, Prince Andrew is coming, and his ex-wife.
That's Fergie. Yeah.
Fergie.
Yeah.
She was invited last year by Camilla, and she hadn't been for over 20 years because the Duke of Edinburgh couldn't stand her and refused to let her to come. So that's been changed. But I don't think, because of all that's going on with problems that Andrew's got, that he will be seen going to church. I don't think they want anybody shouting at him or anything like that. So I expect he'll stay out of sight and maybe out of mind. So I think it'll be very nice for them to relax and to become a family again and be with people who they support and they can support. But William, of course, is facing a very difficult time with Epstein.
Of course, yes.
And that can all blow up because on the 1st of January or just around there, the judge is releasing 770 names of people who got involved with Epstein. And we'll have to see that Prince Andrew is there, and who else is there?
But you said William. Did you mean Andrew when you said...
Andrew,
sorry. No, that was earlier because you said... Yeah, so I was thinking, William, because William's nothing to do with it.
No, William's got absolutely nothing to do with it. And I think Andrew has been trying to get back to do something to help with all these engagements that are needed to be done. And they don't do so many now. They're more focused on big things rather than lots of little ones. And King Charles has said very firmly, no, not at all. And I think this is quite good because he didn't know that this was going to come up. And it's going to sort of roll on and on and on. And another woman has accused Prince Andrew of touching her breasts things like that. So it's never ended. So although he paid out his 12 million, he said he didn't know her, he didn't say that he was guilty or anything like that. This is going to roll on and on for quite a long time. The one thing that might be quite good is that Omid
Scabies
is going to live in Los Angeles now. He doesn't mind that he's burnt all his closeness with the royal family, and he's going to write about, what is it, making up stories. And I think actually he's done that now quite a lot anyway.
He's going to write about making up stories?
He's going to write stories, made-up stories. He wants to write that. He's not going to write about the royals anymore.
Well, that's what he's been doing anyway.
Well, that's what I was saying. He's been doing that for quite a long time now. Yeah.
What's new?
So he'll be doing that and out the way, because the royals have actually not allowed him to go on the royal rota, and quite understandably they don't want him around. And so that's what's going to happen. He's going to disappear, but he might make another book up. You don't know.
His book bombed, though, didn't it? It did not do well at all.
It's done very badly.
Badly, yeah.
It's I think it's 9,000 here.
9,000?
Yeah. Well, it's quite good for ordinary people. I'm delighted when my books sell that. But, you know, the last year, the Finding Freedom, he got, you know, thousands and thousands and thousands, and that was very successful. But this one is very much like, you know, it's like what's already been done in The Spare that Harry's done. A lot of it is not copied, but just slightly manoeuvred, and very little of it is new or anything like that. But he's used the book to be as nasty as possible about all the royals, and so they're not going to let him get anywhere.
No, he's burnt his bridges completely.
Yes, so that's it with him, and that's it. But I think that the space they will have in Sandringham, they all love it. And although last year it was so near the Queen's death that it was quite quiet and everyone was sad and missing her very much. But this year they can be a bit more jolly and happy,